Today I'm going to show you how to work with labels and filters in your email. Labels and filters are a great way to help organize your email. It gives you a way to find emails that you need to have quickly and easily. Sometimes we get a little overwhelmed with how much email is sent out in our average work day or week. We have a choice to keep a lot of them, and we can scroll through and hope we find what we're looking for, or we can set up some labels and filters to make finding those emails very easy. Gmail comes with some pre-built in labels, such as our inbox, our start emails, the ones that are deemed important, sent, drafts, and so on. But we can make our own custom labels to apply to emails. For example, I have a label for administration. Any email that comes from my principal or assistant principal gets labeled as an administration email. Central Utah Writing Project, my Jeremy label for my son who's serving an LDS mission, snapshot IEPs that are sent, students, and so on. You can see them all right here. These labels can also be used to store email that we don't want to have in our inbox anymore but aren't necessarily ready to delete. For example, my Jeremy label has 244 emails in it. Those that he sends to me and his mother, I store here for future reference. In my inbox, I only have 103 emails, because I don't have his in my inbox anymore. They've been archived into that label, and some of that's what I'm going to show you today. Alright, so first you need to decide what kind of a label you need. I think I need a new one for emails from Pam Turley. I'm in a class that she's teaching right now. She's very good about sending out information. I don't necessarily need it to be here in my inbox, but I don't want to delete it either. So I'm going to create a label for her class to have her emails be stored in. Okay, so to begin with, I'm going to go in my inbox over here to the right-hand side where there's a cog that says Settings. I click on that, I'm going to choose Settings. A lot of different settings up here, all these different tabs that we can choose from. Second from the end on the left is a tab for labels. Here's all of the standard ones, and down here there's a button that says Create New Label. When I click on that, it asks, what do I want to name my new label? I'm going to call my new label EdTech for my EdTech class. Nest under, that will put that label underneath an already existing label. That might be handy if, say for example, you have an administration label and you want to have a separate label for principal and a separate label for assistant principal. I'm not too concerned with nesting mine. I'm going to leave that blank. I'm just going to go ahead and click on Create. So now over here on my left hand side I have a new EdTech label. If I click on that, it'll show me absolutely nothing in it because I haven't done anything with this label right yet. That's where the filter comes in. So I'm going to find my first email I can from Pam Turley, and don't worry about finding all of them. Gmail is going to take care of that for you. So here's my first Pam Turley email. Well, first I want you to notice up here, not a whole lot of buttons to choose from. But if I check that email, I suddenly have a lot more options. Now the More button was there before, but because I have an email selected, I have more options than what was there before. Let me show you. Uncheck, I click More, mark all as red. That's it. Because it doesn't have anything specific to do. All it can do is some general thing for all of them. But if I specifically check one email, now I can have a lot of different options that I can choose to do to that one email. And the option I want to do right now is filter messages like these. This is what you need to do to have that label automatically be applied to any emails that come in. Okay, so for the filter, I have a lot of different options. Who it's from. I can have it automatically filter specific email addresses. And Gmail Smart, since I had Pam's email selected, it took her email address, pam.turley@nebo.edu. I can say filter anything that's to somebody specific. If it has a certain subject, certain keywords in it, if it's missing something, if it has an attachment, and so on. Who it's from is fine. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Create Filter with this search. Now it asks, what exactly do you want to do with this? I can choose to skip the inbox entirely and archive it. That's not necessarily what I want to do right now, because emails that have that option will not show up in your inbox at all. So you may not be notified that you have an email from this particular person. In my case, from pamturley.nevo.edu. You can do it if you get in the habit of making sure to check over here, because we are going to apply a label as well, but I don't know if I'd do that right away. If it's something you know you can put off for a while, go ahead and skip the inbox, but myself, I'm not going to do that. We can still archive it, and I'll show you how to do that in a moment. But what I am going to do is make sure to apply the label, and now I can choose which label. And these are all the ones that I've created myself. I want to apply the EdTech label to anything that comes from Pam Turley. Notice also down here at the bottom it says also apply filter to 5 matching conversations. A Gmail found more emails from Pam that I haven't deleted that are in my inbox. I'm going to say yep, let's go ahead and apply those. And now I'm going to create the filter. Now I have an EdTech filter that shows up from every email that I have from Pam. There's one there, there's a second one, a third, a fourth, and if I keep going down, I'm sure the 5th one will show up there someplace. Okay, quick and easy to get to them. If I go to EdTech, there they are. Now, here's how to do a quick archive of those. Okay, I've read all these. I know what's in them. I think I might have information to reference back to them from time to time, so I don't want to delete them, but I do want to get them out of my inbox. So, since I went ahead and clicked here under EdTech, here's everything she has sent me. All I need to do is just check all of those emails. And now with my mouse just somewhere out here in the middle, click and hold down and drag. Notice it says move 5 conversations. I'm going to go to EdTech. It gets highlighted when I'm hovering over it. I let go. And now those should automatically just be there. I know, well, I guess they're still there. Let's try that again. EdTech, move, done. 5 conversations have been moved to EdTech. Okay, so they no longer show up here in my inbox. Oops, wrong label. But there they are. So that is labels and filters and a little bit of archiving.